Hey guys, welcome back to the final episode of the Monstack series. So on this episode, we will be working on deployments. We're gonna start by deploying backend first, and then based on the URL that we get after the deployment of backend, we're gonna move on to frontend part of the deployment. So if you guys enjoy this kind of content on the channel, please give a thumbs up to the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this. And now without further ado, let's get started onto this video. So right now I'm running this app to-do list on the local host, and we are proxying to local environment. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Heroku Dashboard. So if you once you create an account, you should see something like this on your home page. And now from here, in order to create an app, all you need to do is click on this new tab and click on create new app, and over here you want to provide the app name. So you want to make sure your app name is available and it's unique. I'm gonna do something like Mern to do list services, because this is the backend, and okay, that name is available, so I'm gonna choose that one. And you want to select the region, either United States or Europe. So I'm in United States, so this is the closest server that I can get, so I'm just going to create on that one, and click on create app. So it will prompt you to the deploy section. Over here you can use Heroku CLI. All of the instructions are right here, but we're going to look into the GitHub option, so that way you will be able to, every time you push your code on your master branch, or like select a branch, there is an option for you to like select the specific branch. Every time you push your code on GitHub, it's going to do automatic deployment, so that's really handy. Before even doing the deployment part, what I'm going to do is, if you remember, we have a env file setup. We need environment variables. So what I want to do is I want to make sure I add the environment variables first and then run the deployment, so that I don't have to restart the server. So let's go in order to add the env contents, you want to go to settings, and then there's a field called config vars, and if you click on reveal config vars, it will give you key value pairs to add. So I'm just going to add start by adding port number here, and it's going to be 3005. I'll click on add. You have to do one by one actually. Let's copy the Mongo URI key, and then value from here. Let's copy that. Click on add, and then go to JSON web token secret, and then our super safe secret from JWT. All right, our environment variables are good over here. I'm just gonna hide them. Now you want to go back to your deploy section. If you don't have your GitHub account connected, once you click on this tab right here, it should give you some sort of prompt for you to connect your account. So I already have my account connected, so it shows my profile. So this is the repo that I'm trying to deploy. I'm just gonna copy it, come back here, just paste it right there and search it. So it should find that repo name now. Now, once it finds the repo name, you have to click on connect, and then over here you can select what branch to deploy. Our case is going to be the master branch, and this for wait for CI to pass before deploy. So if you have a continuous integration setup, let's say if you have some sort of build that needs to go through before the deployment, you want to make sure you check this box. But for our case, we don't have any test cases or anything. That's why we are fine unchecking the box. And I would recommend enable this automatic deploy. So what it does is, every time you push your code on your master branch on GitHub, it will run the build. It will deploy automatically. And here I'm just going to create make sure I click on the deploy branch, and the branch is going to be master. If I click that, it should run the build. Right now I want to go to build logs. While that is running, so I'm going to minimize this backend stuff first, and what I'm going to do is once this is succeeded, right now I want to make sure we change the base URL for our services. Let's wait for that build to go through, and in order to deploy the front end, I'm going to have to make a few changes on our React application. I want to install a package called serve, which is the package that we will be using to serve our project on the server. And for the start script, I'm going to change it to dev, and I'm going to add a new start script, which is going to be run by Heroku itself when we do the deployment. So I'm going to say it as start, and it should run, it should use that serve package that we installed, and then -s as a flag and build. So what it's saying is go ahead and run the build from, like serve the project from the build folder. That is what it's doing. Is it even deployed? Okay, let's see in view logs. Yeah, I think it's up and running now. So in order to check if your app is running or not, you can click on open app here. Right now it says cannot get because we're not returning anything on our like root URL itself. So once you get your backend up and running, or a backend deployed, let me start the npm run the npm run dev, and let's test if our backend is working or not, right? Because we want to make sure before we deploy it, we want to proxy it to the deployed version of our backend. So if you remember, I added the base URL on the utils folder, not on the regular files while creating our services. The main reason is, like the main use case is right here. Because now, since this is in only one place, I just need to change it here. Just like that. Now, if I come back here, I would still see all of these things as same, but if I open the network log, now it's not making a call to localhost 3005. Rather, it's making a call to HTTPS this or whatever our like server name is. Okay, let's test our endpoints first before deploying. So I'm going to quickly log out, and I'm going to log in with the Fuse account. Submit. Our login works, and we are getting our to-dos too. So let's see. I wanna delete this. That delete works too. Let's see. I wanna do fourth to-do updated. There you go. That works as well. Let's add new one. Adding new to-dos with deployed. Right. Adding new to-dos with the deployed. So everything is working as expected. So now we know that like our backend is working. Now we can move ahead with our front-end, like a deployment. Since we don't have any env files on our front-end, so we should be fine. Like just doing the direct deployment. So we're gonna do that. So before even doing that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send this code to GitHub first, push the code to master, and we're gonna create a new app for our UI. We're gonna do git add commit for UI deployment. Oops. Now let's do git push, and I'm gonna close this server. And now let's go to Heroku Dashboard again, and let's go ahead and create a new app. And over here, I'm gonna say Mern to do UI. Oh, it's not available. Front end. Okay, that is good. Now I'm going to create a new app. Since we don't have environment variables, okay, I need to re-authenticate. Hold on. I'm going to bring that window back here. So I'm going to quickly authenticate with my account, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm almost there. Alright, so this should be good now. Alright, now, so the same thing, we are on the deploy section. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on the GitHub. And so this is the repo that I want to deploy. So I'm going to copy that, come back here, paste it, and search for it. It found one, and I'm going to click connect. Right, since I don't have CI setup, I'm not going to check that box. I'm going to say enable automatic deploys, and deploy branch should be master. All right, now let's go ahead and look at the build logs. Yeah, it might take few time for the React application to get deployed because it has bunch of dependencies. Our backend did have a lot of dependencies, and for the front end, right, you have to install dependencies first and run the build, and then only you can run this script, which is the start script, in order for the build, like the static folder to get built. I think we can now close this one. We should get a URL very soon once this is done, so that we can check our stuff out. Right. I don't know why this log is really slow for some reason. It's not even that, like a big of a code base that we have. All right. Let's see. Okay, it's still in progress. Okay, it installed the dependencies. Now it's running the build script. So this is going to create it's not going to create the regular build, it's going to create the production build, which is going to be the optimized version. So your app should be, like, like fairly fast than how you see it on the local environment when running the production build. Right, as you can see, the build is done, and it says a serve-s build, and we have that script on our npm run start script, so it should, hopefully this should go just fine, our final deployment. Because the reason I'm saying hopefully is because you never know in programming, like what might go wrong. You might be thinking, like everything is going super cool, but in like all of a sudden, like something goes bang and you're done. Alright, looks like Webpack did its job. Now they are compressing. Come on. I think we're almost there now. Okay, build finished. So is it done? Let's open the app. It's not done yet. And this is killing me. .503 protocol. Serve not found. Wait. Did I push this code? Hold on. I think we are missing the package.json. Where did I install that serve package? I think we were missing this. npm install serve. Did I install the serve package? I thought I did. Yeah, it makes sense now because it doesn't. We don't see that on package.json file for some reason. Now it should go through. So I'm gonna quickly do a commit. Added serve package. Git push. And if I come back here, I should see that serve package now. Let's go here. It restarts the build. Okay, so this is the benefit, right? I didn't restart the build, and it says build started by me because the reason is I pushed the code to GitHub, right? So that's why it picked up the changes, and now it's doing the automatic deployment. Now we're gonna have to wait again. Oh man, that was so stupid of me. Hold on, I thought I installed that one. I did do npm I serve, so why didn't install it then? Yeah, I don't know, this is super weird. But hopefully this will go through now. Alright, I think it's installing dependencies now, so this will take some time for the built-in dependencies to go through. Okay, while we wait for this one, so if you guys have any like suggestion or like project ideas that you want to see the videos upon, do let me know on the comment section. I'll be more than happy to do the videos in the future. And yeah, so I'm planning on like bringing out many more contents, especially like the real life projects, so that you guys can put it onto your portfolio. So that will be really helpful for you guys, like whenever you're trying to find a job. And because these days, like portfolios are the resumes, like they speak for who you are and how you work. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you're gonna want to see, like some sort of, like projects that you want me to do. Like it doesn't matter. You want to see, like the Node.js related code, like tutorials, or React related tutorials, or even, like the state managers like Redux, bundle, like managers like Webpack. I would be more than happy to do the videos on them. Right now, so it created the build. Are we done? Succeeded. Open app. Let's open the app now. There you go. Okay, it's done now. All right, now this is I'm not running on the local host. This is the deployed version. So I'm gonna go to network. Let's see if it works. I'm gonna log in with Foo's account again. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there you go. I can delete to-dos. Let's remove this. Press enter. That is updated. Add new to-dos. That works as well. And if I log out, it should clear everything from the local storage. So that works as well. So our Mern app is fully deployed, front end and back end. So we are good. So I think that's going to be it for today's video, guys. So if you guys enjoy this series, please give a thumbs up to the video. And like I said, right, let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these tutorials, front end, back end, it doesn't matter. I think I will see you guys in the next video then. Thanks.